This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
For the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
Well, it's a bright, shiny day here in Williston, North Dakota at Ardeen Offit Stadium. And it's the Mandan Chiefs and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. It's the 2-seeded versus the 8-seed. Mandan with a couple of upset wins, and they have been playing spectacular up to this point. Can they continue that spectacular play here against Fargo Post 400? We're going to find out how this one ends over the next hour and a half or so. So stay tuned. We got the matchup and more with your pregame show starting in a couple seconds here on MSPN Digital Television.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
All right, welcome back to Ardeen Offit Stadium here in Williston, North Dakota. Like I said, it's very sunny and it's a little bit warm up here. 75 degrees, but it feels like 70. We are on our way to a high of 82 today. We should have a hour-by-hour temperature of hovering in the upper 70s, maybe the low 80s by the time this game comes to a conclusion. For the West Fargo and Dickinson game, we'll be in the low to mid 80s for that game. So we'll see how it, like I said, there's, as far as we know, there's no chance of showers or anything like that. Maybe a little bit of wind, but outside of that, it should be a bright, sunshiny day. Not to quote the song, but it almost felt like I was singing there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the. Oh, Mario, thanks for chiming in on the chat. Certainly appreciate that. Let's take a look at the tournament bracket, because a lot has gone down, and you may or may not have caught it all. But Mandan got here. They started off with by blanking Grand Forks 3-0. And then they would score 4 runs in the top of the third or fourth. I forget. I have to look at that one. And they were able to take a 4-0 lead over Fargo Post 2. Post 2 got a couple of runs back over the next 4 or 5 innings, but they were able to hold off Post 2 and defeat them 4-2. And then in yesterday's game, they would take on the Dickinson Rough Riders. And they had a 1-0 lead, and it stayed that way until, I believe, the 6th or 7th inning when Dickinson hit a solo home run to right field to tie the game at 1-1 and eventually force extra innings. And we definitely got extra innings. We got 3 extra innings in that game. And Mandan able to score a pair of runs in the top of the 10th. Dickinson was not able to respond, and they would pick up a 3-1 win over the Rough Riders to reach today's game against the Fargo Post 400 Stars, who got here with a 5-1 win over Williston, which at that point in the tournament had been the largest run differential in the tournament. Not anymore, but at that point it was. And then a 3-2 win walk-off fashion in 9 innings over West Fargo yesterday. So that brings them into today's matchup. So Mandan's had to play one more game to get to this point in the tournament, but both teams have had a day off. Both teams have been fed and rested, and it should be a pretty even matchup here. Don't let those seed numbers fool you here. Fargo Post 400, this will be the 4th time that the Chiefs and Stars have met up this season. They met up on June 12th and July 14th, and then today. So we'll tell you more about those games here in a little bit. But first, let's analyze this bracket a little bit more. So other games today has West Fargo and Dickinson, and then the winner of West Fargo-Dickinson will play the loser of this game for a chance to get to the state championship. And the winner of this game will go to the state championship and await for that the outcome of that next game. So it's critical here to get a win in this matchup here. Whichever team gets the win, whether it's Mandan or Fargo Post 400, whichever team gets the win, they will have to be defeated twice in the championship game from whatever team comes from the lower end of the bracket there. So if they lose this game. So, for example, if Mandan or Fargo Post 400 lose this game, but then they win the next game later today and make it back to the championship, then the championship would be a one-game take-all. Well, actually, no, I said that wrong. There's no scenario where the championship game would be a one-game take-all. It would be because of the fact that Mandan and Fargo Post 400 are both undefeated. Whoever wins this game would have to be beat twice in that state title game by their opponent yet to be determined. So we'll see how this all shakes out here. But it's been a fun tournament so far and a lot of good games. Only a couple games that were maybe a little bit one-sided, but outside of that, it's been a fairly entertaining tournament. So we hope that this game can provide that same entertainment value that the rest of the games have, and we'll see how the other 2 games go later today. So like I said, our 3 o'clock game between West Fargo and Dickinson, and then the winner will move to the 6 o'clock game tonight, and they will play the loser of this matchup between Mandan and Fargo Post 400. All right, that wraps up the bracket. We'll tell you more about what these 2 teams have done over the season when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Welcome back to RD Noffet Stadium here on MSPN as we get ready for the semifinal matchup in the 2025 State AA Legion Baseball Tournament between the Fargo Post 400 Stars, who are the 2-seeded team coming into the tournament, and the Mandan Chiefs, who locked in the ace seed coming into the tournament, but they sure don't look like an ace-seeded team right now. They are playing really good baseball, and this should be a fun one. Back on June 12th, for if you watch that game, or if you remember, one of the things I said at the beginning of that game was that this was one of my favorite matchups to call during the year. Whenever Fargo Post 400 and Mandan meet up, it's one of my favorite games to call, and it's always been exciting. It's always been good games, close games, and well, maybe with the exception of one game here or there, but for the most part, it's been really good games. And like I said earlier, these two teams are meeting for the fourth time this season. The first time they met was in a doubleheader back on June 12th. The Stars took both games of that doubleheader. They took game one by the score of 5-1, and the second game by the score of 12-6. And then the Stars would go to Bozeman, Montana, and win that tournament. And then on their way back, they would make a stop in Mandan on July 14th to play a single 9-inning game against the Mandan Chiefs. And the Mandan Chiefs ended up winning that game. It was 6-5, the final score. However, the Mandan Chiefs had a pretty let me pull that up here. I have it somewhere. They were leading in that game 2-1 after 3, 3-1 after 4, and then the Stars scored, let's see here, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Mandan took a 2-1 lead after the end of the third, and then they added one to that at the end of the fourth to take a 3-1 lead. Neither team scored in the fifth inning. Both teams scored 3 in the sixth inning of play. And then the Stars got 1 in the top of the seventh, but they fell a little bit short and couldn't get that run from third base in to tie the game and force extra innings. So, and that was a game where the Stars played some of their non-starters, but then towards the end of the game, they put in their starters, and the Stars started to chip away at the deficit. So they almost came back and won that non-conference game that, as far as conference records were concerned, didn't matter. It was more of a bragging right situation, for lack of better wording. And so with that win by the Chiefs, the Stars lead the season series 2-1, and now they will face each other again. And it's possible that they could face each other again in the state championship. If the losing team of this game wins their next game, then these two teams will be your state championship teams. And so, like I said, it's going to be a fun one. Let's go back to that bracket once again, because as I just mentioned, and you can visualize it and get an easier picture. So let's say that, Fargo Post 400 Mandan, excuse me, I can barely hear myself in the headphones due to the PA announcer here. But Fargo Post 400 in Mandan, if the loser of this game wins Game 17, then the winner of Game 17 will automatically get a berth in the Central Plains Regional, because Fargo Post 400 is already in it. So unless Fargo Post 400 loses the next 2 games, then the winner of Game 17 will punch their ticket to the Central Plains Regional Tournament. If Fargo Post 400 gets eliminated in the next 2 games, then only the winner of the championship would go to the Central Plains Regional. So there you go. There's a little wrap-up on how that's all working out. And we'll take another break as they're getting ready to introduce. Actually, we'll take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
All right, welcome back. As they're introducing the two teams here.
Number 19, Gus Wermeyer. Batting 6, 58. Number 2, Colby Hanson. Batting 7, the left fielder. Number 17, Gunnar Majurik. Batting 8, the catcher. Number 8, Malachi Wermeyer. Batting 9 for third baseman. Number 11, Ashton Renus. On the mound for the Stars. Number 7, Joe Gould. Post 400 is coached by John Bryant, Jeff Fleischner, and Kevin Pearson. At this time, baseball fans, please welcome Assistant Tournament Manager Kazuma Kaneko to recite the American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship.
All right, we're going to take a break because our microphones can't understand the speaker here. So we'll take a break and we'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back to RD Offit Stadium here in Williston. It's the game 15 of the 2025 State AA Legion Baseball Tournament. It's the semifinal between the 2-seeded Fargo Post 400 Stars and the 8-seeded Mandan Chiefs, and we welcome you in. Mandan coming in with an overall record of 20 wins and 23 losses. The Stars of Fargo Post 400 coming in with an overall record of 29 wins and 14 losses. Let's see here. As I said, these two teams are playing for the 4th time. It's possible they could play one more time after this, too. The Stars won on June 12th. They swept the Chiefs in a doubleheader, 5-1 and 12-6. And the Chiefs won in a single non-conference game on July 14th by the final score of 6-5. So the Stars have outscored Mandan 22-13 in the 3 games that they have played so far this season here. And we'll see what Mandan can bring into this game. Like I said, they've done some magical things so far in this tournament, and we'll see how much more magic they have in them. Your starting pitcher for the Fargo Post 400 Stars is Mr. Joe Gould. And then behind the plate catching for the Stars in this game. Let me pull it up here. I have the Mandan roster in front of me instead, and now I have the Stars roster. So catching will be Malachi Wurmeyer. Around the bases, you got Gus Wurmeyer at first, Matt Bryant at second, Caleb Christensen at shortstop, Ashton Renas at third. In the outfield, you have Gunnar Majerus in left, Kane Mathiasen in center, and then you have Gus Pankratz in right field. Your batting lineup here for the Mandan Chiefs. Batting 1, 2, 3 in the top of the order. Shortstop number 5, Hudson Sheldon. Center fielder number 3, Dylan Gerke. And right fielder number 16, Troy Gerhardt. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is left fielder number 14, Peyton Coppy. No, first baseman number 10, Gage Miller. And designated hitter number 2, Mason Oster. The bottom of the order at 7, 8, 9 features the second baseman number 6, Ty Weiler. The catcher number 8, Jensen Scholes, and the third baseman Ryan Bitts. Your starting pitcher not batting here for Mandan will be Aiden Bogner. So we are ready to go here as and the first pitch comes across for a strike right at 12 noon with the sun straight up in the sky. And the 0-1, and a swing and a miss for strike number 2. And over to first and foul, and we'll stay at an 0-2 count here. Going to double check something. Okay, our microphone is still working. Is Ashton Renas playing? Yes, you'll find him at third base, Steve. There we go. Now we can see the whole field. Gould, and that one will be sent up high to right field. And the catch will be made there by Gus Pankratz for out number 1. In the top of the first, and that will bring us to
number 3, Dylan Gerke.
All right, hopefully that resolved it. It snowballs in a strike here to Dylan Gerke. And now 1 ball, 1 strike. Now we're all caught up, at least I hope. Mandan in the bright yellow with green batting helmets, green letters, and green numerals. Fargo Post 400 in their white jerseys with the word Stars across the front. And red numbers on the front and back. And a swing and a miss there for a strikeout. And out number 2 of the inning is recorded. And I'll bring up Troy Gerhardt now.
The right fielder, number 16, Troy Gerhardt.
Troy Gerhardt is 3 for 7 on MSPN this season. That includes some state tournament and the 3 games versus Fargo Post 400 this season. And that's a pop-up to first base, and that will conclude the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we're back with the bottom of the first next with the Stars batting in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, Individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back to RD Offit Stadium here in Williston. We go to the bottom of the first. Your batting lineup here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars looks like this. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3. Second baseman, number 1, Matt Bryant. Center fielder, number 3, Kane Mathiasen. And shortstop, number 6, Caleb Christensen. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the right fielder, number 35, Gus Pankratz. First baseman, number 19, Gus Wermeyer. And the designated hitter, number 2, Kobe Hansen. And the bottom of the order at 7, 8, 9 is left fielder number 17, Gunnar Majerus, catcher number 8, Malachi Wermeyer, and third baseman number 11, Ashton Renas. And once again, as you probably figured out, in the top of the first, your starting pitcher not batting here for the Stars is Joe Gould. So the first pitch is called a strike here in the top of the bottom of the first. Scoreboard in the outfield shows 2 outs. They forgot to reset it to 0, so can promise you it's 0 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now here to the leadoff batter for the Stars. That's Matt Bryant. And Matt Bryant with a line drive shot into the glove of Gage Miller at first for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 3, Kane Mathiasen.
That'll bring up Kane Mathiasen now. Mathiasen, one of 5 players to hit home runs for the Stars this year. And this one is going out into left field, and that is caught there by Peyton Coppy, who made a fantastic play in left field in that game against Fargo Post 2, where he ran into the fence and made the catch. It was something else. All right, so the fly out will bring up Caleb Christensen now, as the Stars go 2 up and 2 down, and that first pitch will miss for a ball, and it's 1-0 now here to Caleb Christensen. Once again, Aiden Bogner is your starting pitcher here for the Mandan Chiefs. He's tossing him into the glove of Jensen Scholes. And then behind the plate, or around the bases, I mean, the first baseman's Gage Miller, Ty Weiler at second, Hudson Sheldon's the shortstop, and that will be a diving catch in left field for the third out by Peyton Coppy. Hudson Sheldon, the shortstop, Ryan Bitts, the third baseman. As you heard, Peyton Coppy in left, Dylan Gerke in center, and Troy Gerhardt in right field. That will complete the inning here. 1 complete, no score here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. It's 6 up and 6 down, and we'll see if that trend continues here in the second inning when we return after this. Stay tuned.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
All right, welcome back. As we get ready for the second inning of play here between the Stars and the Chiefs. One of the reasons why the Stars are at this point in the tournament is in the state tournament they have committed 0 errors, and they have issued only 2 walks in the entire tournament. And any team who can, hold off on the air, keep the errors low and keep the walks low, is going to have a pretty high chance of winning a baseball game. And, well, that is why the Stars have won their games so far. 0 errors and 2 walks, and through 2 games and 1 inning of work here in the state tournament. And now Joe Gould will start his second inning of work on the mound here for the Stars. He'll face Peyton Coppy, the left fielder, and he's going to go to left field, and that will drop for a base hit. And Peyton Copy has a leadoff single here for the Mandan Chiefs. That'll bring up Gage Miller now. So after 6 up and 6 down, we get our first base runner, and it comes 2 minutes into the ball game. Is that right? I might want to double check my time here. And he did not catch the ball. Otherwise, he may have tagged him out. And as a result, Peyton Copy is going to get the second, and that is the first error of the tournament for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. So I did not knock on wood. I apologize for that for the Stars fans watching. So Peyton Copy reaches second on a throwing error. And still no pitches here to Gage Miller. Miller's looking to square up here, and Gould will deliver a strike right past him for an 0-1 count. And that's the other important thing here for the Stars. They need to pump the strike zone. Takes, on average, 3 hits to get a run across. You can defend a hit, but you can't defend a walk. And that one's fouled off to the first base side for a 0-2 count. Gould will stare back at second there on Copy, and he'll deliver the 0-2. And that one's low. It bounces between the legs, and now the throw to third is Ashton Renas able to control it. But Peyton Copy has snuck his way around the bases. One ball and 2 strikes here to Gage Miller. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout for Joe Gould and put the first out on the board here in the top of the second. So Mandan threatening with 1 out now here, and that'll bring up Mason Oster to the plate.
Number 2, Mason Oster.
Oster 1 for 3 in the tournament. Had a hit against Fargo Post 2 into left center field. And he also, since then, he had a ground out and a pop out to the second baseman in the state tournament here. And the 0-1. Or the 0-0, I should say. I was looking at the out on the scoreboard. My apologies. It's 1 ball and no strike. So see if the Stars can get that important second out here with Copy standing on third. And the delivery. And that one's fouled off, so that'll be even up the count at a ball and a strike here to Mason Oster. Ty Weiler is the on-deck batter here for the Mandan Chiefs. And there's a possibility that we'll see him this inning as well. 1-1. And he'll foul it off, and 1-2. 1-2 pitch, and that one is taken to left field, and that'll bounce for a base hit, and that will score Peyton Copy, and the Mandan Chiefs strike first. It's 1-0. So Mason Oster gets himself an RBI single.
Second baseman, number 6, Ty Weiler.
And now that error earlier on has cost the Stars a run. Ty Weiler, he likes left field a lot. And this time he's going to center field. And that will be caught easily there with not much movement needed from Kane Mathiasen. And that'll be that big, important second out. So 2 gone with the runner on first, and that'll bring up Jensen Scholes. And this one's going to be popped up. And the catch is made there by Gus Wiermeyer. And the Mandan Chiefs will get 1 run on 2 hits on 1 Stars there, and they leave 1 stranded on base. And they take a 1-0 lead here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard as we head to the middle of the second. We'll be back with more here in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Welcome back. 1-0 Chiefs on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. And we head to the bottom of the second with the 4, 5, 6 batters for the Stars. Gus Pankratz, Gus Wiermeyer, Colby Hansen. Colby, the designated hitter, in that number 6 spot. Pankratz is another Stars player who's hit a home run this year. It's been exactly 1 month since the Stars have hit a home run in a game. And there's strike 1. That last home run that the Stars hit was in the second game of a doubleheader against Williston right here on this field. It was a 2-run homer to left field. That was the last time that the Stars have hit a home run this year. 0-2 already here to Gus Pankratz. That one's a little bit low and out for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So nice job by Bogner to get ahead of the count, and then he uses a free pitch there to see if he can get the batter to chase. And we'll see where he puts the 1-2 pitch here. And Bogner will deliver, and he'll put that into left field, courtesy of the bat of Gus Pankratz. It's the first base hit of the game here for the Stars. He gets a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Gus Wiermeyer.
Now batting the first baseman, number 19, Gus Wiermeyer.
Gus and Gus got into a UFC fight over a slice of pizza at the hotel last night. We will tell you more about that in the next game, whether that's later today or tomorrow. It's a rather entertaining story, so there's a little teaser for you to tune in. Bogner will take a look at Pankratz on first, and he'll deliver the pitch to Wiermeyer for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gus Wiermeyer. Nice lead off there by Pankratz. Pitch is delivered, and it's low for ball 2. Once again, these two teams have played 3 times already this season. Stars win 2 of those 3. The Mandan Chiefs won 6-5 over the Stars back on July 14th. In the 3 games combined, Mandan has put 13 runs on the board against the Stars. And with this game, you can make that 14. And that one's fouled up to the left side of our press box area here. And we'll stay at 2-2 here to Gus Wiermeyer. Nobody out. Pankratz on first. Colby Hansen on deck. We might see Gunnar Majerus this inning as well. Quick peek over at Pankratz on first there by Bogner, and he'll try and pick him off, and Pankratz's right hand will get back to the bag in time. So it'll remain 2-2. Broadcast coverage of the Stars at the state tournament brought to you by Mandy's of FargoND.com, Frank's Lounge, and the FM Convention and Visitors Bureau, to name a few. This one, a high fly ball to center field, and that should be catchable there for Gerke, and it is. And that'll put the first out on the board. So Wermeyer will fly out to center field.
Number 2, Colby Hansen.
And now the designated hitter, Colby Hansen, steps to the plate here for Fargo Post 400. Apparently our timer's not working because we're still stuck at 2 minutes for a time of game. So I'm not sure what happened there. But first pitch was at 12 noon, so that means we're 19 minutes into the game. That'll be an easy mental math to figure out. And the pitch to Hansen will miss for a ball, 1-0. And that one's high, and the throw back to first is not in time. And now it's a 2-0 count here to Hansen. Once again, Gunnar Majerus awaits on deck. Aiden Bogner with his 20th pitch of the game coming up here. And there's a strike right down Main Street for Bogner. Nice pitch, and it's 2-1. And he was showing bunt, and now another throw up to first. The pitch comes up high, so it's a ball, and it's 3-1. Hansen will check his wrist guard for the number combination. And he is going to stay put. That'll be strike 2. Full count now here to Colby Hansen. And very unlikely he'll square up now with a 2-strike count. Bogner looks at Pankratz. Now he comes set and delivers. Payoff pitch. Got him! And that's out number 2. And now it's up to Gunnar Majerus to try and start some 2-out magic here for the Stars.
The left fielder, number 17, Gunnar Majerus.
Ball 1. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by the FM Convention and Visitors Bureau, Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, Sweet Shots, Marvin Windows, and DMN Industries, along with TCI Insurance, to name a few more of our fantastic sponsors this summer. And there's a strike, and we're at 1-1. So Bogner starting off very healthy on the pitches here. 16 of his pitches have been filed into the strike category. Another 1-1 pickoff attempt, and back safely there is Pankratz. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. The winner of this game goes to the state championship, and they would have to be beat twice by whichever opponent they would end up facing. And that will not be an easy task, to knock off the Stars twice or knock off Mandan twice. So this is a critical game for both of these teams. Ball 2 here to Gunnar Majerus. Once again, Malachi Wermeyer's on the on-deck circle. We'll see if he gets a trip to the batter's box ascending or not. 2-2, he will not. He will swing and miss and strike out Hayden Bogner strikes out 2 of the Stars batters here in the bottom of the second. And they leave 1 stranded on base. And we go now to the 3rd inning with your score. The Mandan Chiefs 1 and the Fargo Post 400 Stars 0. We're back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
All right, welcome back to Hardin Offit Stadium. We head into the top of the 3rd with the Mandan Chiefs, holding on to a 1-0 lead here over Fargo Post 400. 1 run on 2 hits for Mandan on 1 Post 400 error, and no runs on a single hit for Fargo Post 400, and no Mandan errors up to this point in the contest. Top of the 3rd, and it's Joe Gould with the pitch, and that one will miss for ball 1. Ryan Bitts is the batter. We'll also see Hudson Sheldon and Dylan Gerke. It's the 9-1-2 stretch of the Mandan batting lineup here in the top of the 3rd. And that's ball 2. Assuming the score stays 1-0 or 1-1, 2-1, something to that effect, the Stars would probably like to get a good 5 innings out of Joe Gould if they're able to do so. And then depending on the score of the game at that point, they may or may not make a change. Two-1, got on the inside edge for strike 2, so Gould battles back from a 2-0 count to knot it up at 2-2. And now we'll see if he can deliver one more pitch like the last 2 to get a K in the book. And that is a fouled away pitch, and they'll go into the books as a strike, but not a K. It'll stay tight at 2-2. Full count now here to Ryan Bitts. And the payoff pitch. And that one's popped up. And Gus Wermeyer will have it. And that'll be out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
Back to the top of the order now here for Mandan. It's Hudson Sheldon, 0 for 1 on a fly out to right field last time he was up. This is ball 1 here to Hudson Sheldon. That moves Dylan Gerke into the on-deck circle with 1 out. We'll see Dylan Gerke for sure. We'll see if we go beyond that or not. There's a strike. Oops, I forgot to reset the count. My apologies. 1-1. And that one's ripped to right field and drifts foul. And the 1-2. And that one's going into center field. And the catch is made there by Kane Mathiasen. So that retires 2 here for Mandan in the top of the third, and that'll bring up Dylan Gerke.
Fielder, number 3, Dylan Gerke.
Gerke's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And that one's a little bit low for ball 1 here from Gould. Gould unofficially at 33 pitches with the upcoming pitch. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. He may have tapped it foul. Either way, it's a strike. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that is strike number 2. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out, and that will retire Mandan here in the top of the third.
No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
We'll take a break. It remains 1-0 Mandan here on the Mandy'sFargoND.com scoreboard. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, it's the 8-9-1 portion of the batting lineup here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars as we move into the bottom of the third inning here at R.D. Offutt Stadium in Williston. And that first pitch there from Aiden Bogner is going to be a little bit high for a ball against Malachi Werlemeyer, the leadoff batter here. We'll see Ashton Renas and Matt Bryant as well this inning. And that'll be a strike. We'll even it up at a ball and a strike now here, 1-1 count. 1-0 lead for Mandan here on the Mandy'sFargoND.com scoreboard. And the Stars looking to respond here in the bottom of the third as Werlemeyer will see ball 2. Through 2 innings of play, each team has left 1 runner on base so far. As a high fly ball to left field, and it will go fouling into the bullpen and out of play. So 2-2 is the count. Two to Werlemeyer. Oh, I thought for a moment he was going to call a strike, but he didn't. Full count, 3-2. And a payoff pitch coming up here. See if Bogner can keep the Stars off the board. Caught foul tip, and that will be out number 1. Bring up Ashton Renas.
Number 11, Ashton Renas.
I meant to say off the bases, not off the board, but ultimately they'd like to do both. And there's a strike, and that looked a lot like that pitch that I thought was going to be a strike last time. Once again, it's Ashton Renas, the batter. And Renas will go to left field, and backpedaling is Peyton Coppy, and he makes the catch. And that's Hits out number 2 and brings up Matt Bryant to return to the top of the order now. Matt Bryant had a line drive shot to the first baseman last time he was up. 1 ball, no strike now here to Matt Bryant. And make that 2-0. And there's a strike, 2-1. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings and Vic's Lounge. 2-1. Oh, and that one will smack Matt Bryant on the back. That might leave a mark later. And he will reach base. That'll bring up Kane Mathiasen.
Not batting, the center fielder, number 3, Kane Mathiasen.
Gunnar Majerus is the team leader in hit by pitches. He's been hit by a pitch 27 times this season. So that's a little tidbit. He averages 2.13 hit by pitches per game. Actually, that's not quite accurate. But what is accurate is he is the team leader in being hit by a pitch. Not Matt Bryant, Gunnar Majerus is. And the 0-1. And that is strike 2. Mathiasen fly out to Peyton Coppy in left field last time he was at the plate. One side, Grace says, let's go Chiefs. And Miranda says, let's go Stars. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Mark, Stone, nice to see you again. Jacob, Steve, Mario, thanks to all of you for tuning in. No balls and 2 strikes here to Kane Mathiasen. Matt Bryant's the runner on first here for the Stars, and that one will skip away from Jensen Scholes and allow Matt Bryant to get to first. Or get to second, excuse me. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Kane Mathiasen. Little windy, but I like the wind because it cools me down from the hotness that's up here. Little grounder, and it will take a backspin and go foul. And we'll stay tight at 1 and 2 as a result. So now Matt Bryant is in a position to where if Mathiasen can get a base hit, we could potentially have a tie ball game here. But we'll see if Bogner can strand that runner on second or not. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In a 1-0 game here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch. And that one is going to right field, and he will dive for it, and it'll get past him. It gets past Troy Gerhardt. Scoring is Kane Mathiasen, and it'll be a RBI double for Kane Mathiasen. As scoring was Matt Bryant, I meant to say. So and it's 1-1 now here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. So both teams have 2 hits. Both teams have a run. And now this is Caleb Christensen, a fly out to Peyton Coppy in left field last time he was at the plate. You'll see the first pitch come across for a strike as the Stars get a run on a hit to right field by Kane Mathiasen, who's now standing on second base. And that one's going deep, but not deep enough. Peyton Coppy should have it, and he does. And that will retire the Stars here. They get 1 run on 1 hit, and they leave 1 stranded on base. And we'll be back with more in a moment here. It's 1-1 now here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We're back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends. where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
All right, Troy Gerhardt's the leadoff batter here for Mandan as Joe Gould moves into his fourth inning of work here. And that first pitch is in for a strike. I want to say hi to Greg and Colton and the MSPN Analytics Fargo division. I love it when they tune in. Matter of fact, the analytics division was around and working nonstop around the clock the last time these two teams played at Starion Bank Field back in June. They've taken a little bit of time off, but that's okay. And I swing and a miss, and that's out number one. Another strikeout here for Joel Gould.
Not bad in the left fielder, number 14, Peyton Copy.
Greg says, any comments on the July 31st massacre of the Minnesota Twins roster? Yeah, I have some comments, and I'll slip them in throughout the game here. My first comment is I'm very tempted to become a Philadelphia Phillies fan now, because they got two of my favorite players, and another one of my favorite players went to the Tampa Bay Rays, and I think one went to the Chicago Cubs. All I remember is that they got rid of 10 players, which is 40% of a 26-man roster. And I was scrolling X last night, and I ended up giggling and chuckling a little bit at some of the things that I've seen on X in regards to that. There was one that the Twins are sending Poland to prison for caste considerations. that one made me laugh. Apparently there was a bar in the St. Paul area that was giving free drinks if you came in with your Twins gear on. And if I wasn't about 10 hours away from that, I may have taken it up on it. And there's a 4-3 ground out. Trudy, thanks for tuning in.
Not bad in the first baseman, number 10, Gage Miller.
Gage Miller now with two away here. Miller's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. The pitch is a little bit high for a ball. We're at 1-1 now here to Gage Miller. Mason Oster's on deck if Miller can find a way to reach base. 1-1 ball game. Both teams have a pair of hits. Both Fargo's left 2, Mandan's left 1 on base so far, and the Stars have committed 1 error. Then that 1 error on the board is their first error of the state tournament. There's a strike. We're at 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Gage Miller. Once again, he struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. We'll see if Joe Gould can get him again here. That one will bounce in, and we'll have a full count. So payoff pitch coming up here for Joe Gould as the Mandan fans look to cheer on their batter. And that will drift foul, and we'll do the payoff pitch again. So payoff pitch number 2 as the Mandan fans cheer on Miller once again here. And they'll walk him. And that's the 3rd walk of the state tournament here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And the first walk of this game.
Hitter, number 2, Mason Oster.
So with the walk, he'll bring up Mason Oster. He singled into left field last time he was at the plate. And that single scored Peyton Copy. This time he's going to right field. That should be catchable, and it is by Gus Pankratz. All right, that will do it for this inning here. We move to the bottom of the 4th with the Stars coming up to bat when we return after this. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
All right, Gus Pankratz is the leadoff batter here for the Stars as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning here. Tied up at 1-1 on the Mandy's FargoND.com scoreboard between the Stars and the Chiefs. The first pitch there is in for a strike to Gus Pankratz. 1-for-1 with a single to left field last time he was at the plate. Gus Wermeyer, Colby Hansen will be the batters that we see this inning for sure, as that one's fouled away for an 0-2 count. Broadcast coverage of the Stars this summer being brought to you by Mandy's FargoND.com, Frank's Lounge, FM Convention and Visitors Bureaus, Dula's Woodfire Grill, Sweet Shots, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries, along with TCI Insurance, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Vic's Lounge. Ball 1 now here to Gus Pankratz. We'll move the count to 1-2 strikes. Last time these two played, the Chiefs won 6-5 back on July 14th. And then earlier in the season, matter of fact, right towards the start of the season, they played in a conference doubleheader, of which the Stars were able to pick up wins in both of those games. Stars 29-14 on the season. Mandan 20-23 on the season coming into this contest. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, Pankratz singled into left field last time he was at the plate. And the payoff pitch from Bogner. And that one's fouled away. He'll do it again. The Stars have not worn the same jersey in any game of this tournament. The Mandan Chiefs, I don't think, have worn the same jersey either. They had the those sharp-looking black jerseys against Fargo Post 2. And then they had their green jerseys against Dickinson. They have the yellow jerseys today against the Stars. And strike one is delivered here to Gus Wurmeyer, who would fly out to Dylan Gerke in center field last time he was at the plate. And the 0-1. And that one will miss outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gus Wurmeyer. Mark is surprised TC Bear is still at the Twins. That's awesome. And this is a ground ball that will be picked up in shallow right field by the second baseman for a 4-3 ground out. Now put 2 outs on the board.
Now batting designated hitter, number 2, Colby Hanson.
One side to Jake, finally able to tune into a game. He says, let's go Stars. Colby Hanson, the designated hitter, he struck out looking last time he was at the plate, and he'll take strike one here. So 2 away and an 0-1 count here to Colby Hanson. Gunnar Majerus awaits in the on-deck circle, looking for an opportunity to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled back, and Bogner quickly reaches an 0-2 count here against Colby Hanson. And that one's a little bit low, so it'll miss and put the first ball on the board. One, 2. And this one is popped up. Shallow right field, and it'll be called off by the pitcher, Aiden Bogner, who races from the mound into shallow right field to make that catch to retire the Stars here in the bottom of the 4th. That was some hustle by Aiden Bogner. That's not a short distance to go, but he made the trip and he made the out, and he made it count. That'll do it for the 4th inning of play. We're knotted up at 1-1 here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. Great game up to this point. We're almost halfway through. Let's see how it continues when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th. Joe Gould on the mound. I have him at 53. I'm sure that's off by a couple. And this is a high fly ball to left center field. And it is caught there by the center fielder, Kane Mathiasen. And my apologies, it was not Aiden Bogner who made the catch. When I went to look at the play again during the commercial break, Bogner actually went over to first base, and it was the second baseman who made the catch from Mandan. So my apologies on misidentifying that play there, but hopefully all is forgiven. So 1 out now, and now the next pitch here to Ty Weiler is in for ball 1. Weiler's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center fielder Kane Mathiasen last time he was at the plate. And there's a strike and a nice pitch. So like I was saying, Stars looking to get probably about 5 innings out of Joe Gould, and then we'll see what the score is. And right now the score is 1-1. My guess is that Gould will stay in for the 6th. But I could be wrong, so we'll see what happens. One ball and 2 strikes. That one's outside for ball 2. Ball, strike, strike, ball. Gould set and deliver. And this one's going out to center field. Kane Mathiasen backpedaling a little bit, and he makes the catch. And now put out number 2 on the board, and that'll bring up Jensen Scholes. And a strike is called there. So that was pitch 58 for Joe Gould. And I don't know if Gould slipped or what. But we'll try this again here. Once again, 0-1 here to Jensen Scholes. And now it's 1-1. Pitch 60 coming up here for Joe Gould. Once again, the limit's 105, so he's still got a ways to go. And this is a fly ball to left field. And getting there to put an end to the top of the 5th is Gunnar Majerus for the catch. So nobody left on base, no runs, no hits, no errors, and we go now to the bottom of the 5th. And we're still knotted up at 1-1. A fantastic game. We're halfway through. What's the other half got for us? We're about to find out. Stay tuned.
Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, hopefully our microphone doesn't come unplugged. I don't know how it did, but 1 ball and 1 strike. The batter is Gunnar Majerus. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And now it's 2 balls and a strike here to Majerus. That'll be ball 4, and that'll be the first walk issued here by Aiden Wagner in this game.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Malachi Wermeyer.
So ball 1 to Malachi Wermeyer, and as I check the official pitch count, Aiden Wagner is coming up with pitch 70 here. Take a couple glances at Majerus on first and deliver, and he'll show bunt, and the strike is called. Nice pitch there by Bogner. Once again, Wiermeyer, Malachi. There's two Wiermeyers on the team. This is Malachi, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that bunt is right back to the pitcher. And that bunt will do exactly what it was supposed to do. Move Gunnar Majerus to second base. Puts one out on the board and brings up Ashton Renas.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Ashton Renas.
Renas 0 for 1, a fly out to Peyton Coppy in left field last time he was at the plate. 1-1 ball game, a pair of hits for each team, and that pitch is a little bit low for a ball, even though it was right down the middle of the plate. Good pitch, not a great pitch, but a good pitch nonetheless. And there's a great pitch. It's the same pitch as last time, only it was better than good. 1-1 the count now here to Ashton Renas. And this is a ground ball into right field. Heading into third is Majerus. They will round home, and he struggles to pick up the ball, and there will be no play at the plate. It'll be a base hit for Ashton Renas. That will advance Majerus to third, and then Majerus will score on the error by the right fielder. And now an error has cost both of these teams a run. Excuse me. Stars have the 2-1 lead as Matt Bryant pushes that one off to the left side and out of play for a strike. The error in the second inning cost the Stars gave the Mandan a free run, and now that error by Mandan has given the Stars a free run, and that has also given the Stars the lead. And it's ball one as that one just misses on the outside of the plate. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Matt Bryant. He's 0 for 1. Line drive, and then last time he was at the plate, he reached base via a hit by a pitch. And the pitch, and that one is right into the glove. Nice timing there by Ty Weiler, and then back to first. They got him. It's a double play.
The Bombers said there was 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error.
So the Stars get a run on a hit and 1 error, and they leave nobody on base as a result of the double play. Matt Bryant flies out, line drives out to Ty Weiler, and then Weiler's able to get it to Miller to get Renas out on at first. And that takes care of the 5th inning of play. We'll be back with the 6th inning here. We'll see if Mandan can respond and tie this thing back up. When we return after this, stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. 2-1 lead here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars as Hudson Sheldon comes to the plate to lead things off from Mandan here in the top of the 6th inning. Dylan Gerke and Troy Gerhardt will also be seen this inning as well. And I'm going to say hi to our friend Jim from Denver, North Carolina. I know he's not watching. He's at a family reunion in West Virginia today. He actually called me on the phone yesterday telling me that he would not be able to watch due to that. So I'm going to say hi to him anyway. And I have to say, between him and our kids running the analytics department, they might be two of my favorite commenters in the chat. And that's not to say anything negative to anybody else who chats in that comment in that chat box, but they always make things entertaining, and I like it. 3 balls and no strikes here to Hudson Sheldon. Hudson Sheldon 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts in this game. And Joe Gould will deliver, and he'll walk him on 4 pitches.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Dylan Gerke.
Second walk issued by Joe Gould in the game, and here comes Coach Fichtner. And when Coach Fichtner comes to the mound, it's usually a pitching change. If the other coaches come to the mound, it's usually something else. So we'll see if this is a change or if it's just a chit-chat. Fichtner will walk in, and he will talk to Joe Gould. Probably not too happy with the walk there on 4 pitches to Hudson Sheldon, but that's the game of baseball. It happens sometimes. But the Stars have now walked 2 batters in this game, which matches their state tournament total prior to coming into this game. So they now have issued 4 walks in the state tournament. Dylan Gerke is the batter here for Mandan. Two runs on 3 hits for the Stars, 1 run on 2 hits for the Chiefs so far here in this contest. 4 runners left on base, 2 for each team. And a strike is called there, and the chit-chat from Coach Fichtner must have done some good there as Joe Gould falls up 4 balls with a strike. And that'll be ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Dylan Gerke. Once again, he's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging both times he's come to the plate. We'll see if Joe Gould can get him again or not. That will be a ball. 2-1. Nick, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, and I appreciate you tuning in, and I'm glad that we can get these games on for you as well. Appreciate that. JP, thanks for tuning in, and here's a throw up to second, and Hudson Sheldon will steal second successfully. And now the tie-in run for Mandan is in scoring position, and the count to Gerke moves to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dylan Gerke. Joe Gould, can he get him for a 3rd time? He'll take a look back at second, set and deliver. Into the dirt, full count, 3-2. Troy Gerhardt is the batter on deck here, and there's nobody out. And that one will walk him, and that's the 3rd walk issued in this game. And here comes Fichtner, and that's going to do it for Joe Gould. I have him at 70 pitches. Let's double check the official pitch count here. The official pitch count had him at, at 70. So a pitching change here as Dylan Gerke walks. So Joe Gould with 5 innings pitched, faced 20 batters and 70 pitches, 25 balls, 45 strikes, allowed 1 run. That run was earned. He struck out 4, struck out all 4 of them swinging, allowed 2 hits. He's walked 3 batters and walked hits per inning of 1. And that will be his almost final numbers because he will be responsible for the 2 runners on base should they come around and score. And now we'll have a new pitcher, and that new pitcher is going to be Caleb Blanchette. So Blanchette will get some warm-up pitches here as Joe Gould issues his second walk of his third walk of the game here. And that's and they have 1 error that's cost him a run, and now Caleb Blanchette's going to try and get his teammate Gould out of this jam here. So we'll take a 30-second timeout, let Blanchette warm up, and we'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back as we head to we're currently in the top of the 6th, I should say. Caleb Blanchette, the new pitcher here. No other changes around the diamond. And Blanchette's first pitch is going to be a little bit low for a ball. It's Gus Wermeyer playing in, anticipating a potential bunt here. And the 1-0. And there's a strike. 1-1. Troy Gerhardt is 0 for 2. He would fly out to the second baseman, or the first baseman, and then he would also ground out to the second baseman on a 4-3. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Troy Gerhardt. And that is right back to Blanchette. He'll pick it up, fire it over to first. They get the first out. The other 2 runners move to second and third. And the sac bunt by Gerhardt does the job.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 14, Peyton Copy.
Peyton Copy 1 for 2, singled to left, and then he struck out swinging. Mandan is the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the top of the 6th. Can they cash in? Blanchette will deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that one's a little bit low for a ball. And 1 ball, 1 strike the count now here to Peyton Copy. And the 1-1. And this one will roll foul. It'll result in strike 2. Time called here. Once again, runners on. Hudson Sheldon on third. Dylan Gerke on second for the Mandan Chiefs. Nice block by Wurmeyer there as the pitch will come in for ball 2. So we're at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Peyton Coppy. Once again, he singled to left field his first time up. He struck out swinging his next time up. This is his 3rd trip to the plate in this game, and it's a big moment in the game here, a big chance for Mandan to tie and or take the lead. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And it's a drop 3rd strike. And he'll be called out. He probably would have been thrown out anyway, but with the frustration of dumping the, of putting the bat in the dirt, he didn't realize that the 3rd strike wasn't caught and that he had an opportunity to go to first. And as a result, Wurmeyer is able to tag him out on the mental miscue there by Peyton Coppy off the frustration. So now there's 2 outs, and they will I looked down. Did they intentionally walk him, or did he? I looked down. I didn't see that.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 2, Mason Oster.
So the bases are loaded now for Mason Oster as Gage Miller gets to first base. And that sets up a force out at home. I believe it was an intentional walk, but like I said, I looked down, so I missed it. And there's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now here to Mason Oster. He's 1 for 2. He singled out into left field, and then he would fly out to right field. 1 ball, 1 strike, Blanchette delivers. And that's fouled away, and it's strike 2. And Blanchette is a strike away from getting his team out of a bases-loaded jam. So Blanchette goes with the 1-2 pitch here. Bases loaded, and the delivery. And a ground ball to third, and he will step on the bag at third for the out. They will strand 3 runners on base. Oster will reach on a fielder's choice, an inning-ending fielder's choice. And the force out at third ends the top of the 6th. And the Stars survive a scare from Mandan, and we will take a break and come back with the bottom half of the 6th right after this here on MSPN Digital Television.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
All right, this is Kane Mathiasen leading it off. And Bogner will foul ball. So strike 1. Mathiasen's 1 for 2, a fly out to left and an RBI double to right. That was the fly ball to left field where Troy Gerhardt tried to make a diving catch and the ball slipped underneath him. And that allowed the Stars to tie the game at 1-1 at that point. And a fly ball to left. Peyton Coppy's backpedaling, and he's going all the way back to the wall. He'll not be able to make it this time. It just got over his outstretched reach. And Kane Mathiasen's on with a double to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. That is a huge hit for the Stars if they can add some insurance runs here in the 6th.
Now
Leading
batting, the
2-1,
shortstop,
we'll
number 6,
see.
Caleb Christensen.
Caleb Christensen's 0 for 2. He's gone in the direction of Peyton Coppy 2 times, and Peyton Coppy has caught the ball both of those occasions. Peyton Coppy, if you missed it, ended up on the MSPN tape deck for a play almost like the one you just saw. Although I think the field at Raybon Field might be a little bit shorter to left field, and Peyton Coppy ran into the fence at full speed to make the catch as that one rolls foul. If you haven't seen it yet, look for the tape deck playlist on our YouTube channel. Shows you all the awesome plays from broadcasts over the years, and there's going to be a few more from the state tournament in addition to Peyton Coppy's play that will make the tape deck series, so be on the lookout for that. The hardest part is finding the time to edit them all down. 0-1, and that'll miss for ball 1. So I have Bogner at 80 pitches now. Let's check the official pitch count. They have him at 81 pitches. So I'm a pitch behind here. And that one goes right back to Aiden Bogner. So a low line drive out for Christensen back to the pitcher. And that puts out number 1 on the board. Mathiasen stays in second. Gus Pankratz comes to the plate. One for 2, single to left, and struck out looking last time he was at the plate. And a little high for ball 1. One away, runner on seconds. Kane Mathiasen got there on a leadoff double to left field. Second double of the game here for the Stars. As that one misses outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So on 85 pitches for Bogner, 55 of them have been filed into the strike category. And there's strike 56. 2-1. 1 hour and 21 minutes time of the game so far. This one's cruising right along here. It's been a good game. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Pair of balls followed by a pair of strikes to bring us to the 2-2 count. Thank you, analytics department. It was indeed an intentional walk, so I put it into my stat book correctly. I meant to say that when we came back from the commercial break, but then I forgot, and then I just remembered just now. So full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Gus Pankratz. Once again, 1 for 2, single and strikeout. Went down looking last time he was at the plate. And this one's going to right field. And drifting into foul territory, making the catch there is Gage Miller for out number 2.
Now batting, number 19, Gus Bormeyer.
And now we'll have a visit to the mound. Once again, Bogner at 89 pitches according to my numbers here. So he has 16 pitches remaining before he would have to be pulled. We'll see if they pull him sooner or not. Looks like just a conversation this time around here. So Kane Mathiasen got on base with a leadoff double to left field, and since then the Stars have not been able to do anything other than record outs 1 and 2. But as we've seen throughout this tournament and with MSPN covering the Stars all season long, we've seen it throughout the season that this is a 2-out baseball type of team. They like to do things on 2 outs. So we'll see if that happens here or not. Gus Wiermeier's 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a ground out to the second baseman. That pitch will miss for ball 1. And that was the 90th pitch. This is pitch 91 here for Bogner. Well, at least for the moment that we thought it was going to be. A pickoff attempt at second instead, and pitch 91 still on the horizon here. Kobe Hansen is the batter on deck if Wiermeier can find a way to reach base. And the pitch to Gus Wiermeier is going out into center field, and it is caught by Dylan Gerke. Nice grab there. He was running that whole entire time. So they will strand the leadoff batter on base. And that will take care of business here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Does Mandan have 1 run in them? We're going to find out when we return after this. Stay tuned.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Off number 10, Ty Weiler.
It's game time now here for the Mandan Chiefs. They need 1 run to get to the bottom of the 7th. And the Stars need 3 outs to get to the state championship game. 1 ball, no strikes here to Ty Weiler. He's the leadoff batter for the Mandan Chiefs. He's 0 for 2 so far with a pair of flyouts to Kane Mathiasen in center field. 2 balls and no strikes here to Ty Weiler. We'll also see Jensen Scholes and Ryan Bitts as the scheduled batters. The 7, 8, 9 bottom of the order portion of the Mandan lineup. So Weiler, Schultz, and Bitts pending changes. 2 and 1. And that one's fouled back over the roof of the press box here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blanchette on pitch 15 right here. 2-2 delivery. Swung on, sent out into center field. Shallow center field, and it'll be the shortstop making the catch. And umpire Reggie Jackson will call the out there. I think he called the out from home plate anyway.
Catcher, number 8, Johnson Schultz.
So that's 1 down. So Ty Weiler's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. This one to the shortstop, Caleb Christensen, in shallow left center. Jensen Scholes the batter now. And that's a strike. Scholes is 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts, 1 to left field and 1 to the first baseman. One ball, 1 strike. And that one's outside for ball 2. So 2-1 now here to Jensen Scholes. Once again, Ryan Bitts is the batter on deck. We'll see him for sure. We'll see if we get to Hudson Sheldon or not. He would be the top of the order if we could get that far. That is a ball, so it's 3-1 now. So Blanchette's going to have to be a little bit careful here. He's got to throw a strike, and it'll either come across as a strike or Scholes will make contact and possibly ground out or fly out or maybe even get a base hit, but you just don't want to walk him. And he will get the strike there. Because like I said, you can defend a base hit and possibly throw a runner out. But you cannot throw a runner out if you walk them. So that's why you want to throw strikes, regardless if they make contact or not. And they'll walk them. And we'll see if that costs them or not, as the tying run is on base now for Ryan Bitts, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts.
Ryan Bitts.
Post-Farnard coaching staff hanging tight at the dugout, not concerned at this point, or at least it appears that way. And there's a strike. And the 0-1. Strike 2. A big pitch in this game right here for Blanchette. He does have a couple pitches to work with if he wants to make them chase or try and jam them up inside here. And he will try and jam them up. And it'll be a bouncer to third. Up to second, and they will not try to get the runner at first. So it'll be the second out. Bitts will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
And now Hudson Sheldon will get a chance to bat here. Two outs. The Stars 1 out away from the state championship game. No balls and 1 strike. Here to Hudson Sheldon, 0 for 2, a fly out to center, a fly out to right, and a walk. Matter of fact, that walk was the one that got Joe Gould pulled from the game. That could be a base hit, and it is. So now the tying run is on second, the go-ahead run is on first, and Dylan Gerke is the batter.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Dylan Gerke.
But a nice job by Gunnar Majerus out in left field to just be patient, let that ball hit, let that ball drop, and make sure that it stayed in front of him. Dylan Gerke, 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging, and a walk. And a strike here, so it's 0-1. And that one's a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Bitts on second base is the guy Dylan Gerke is going to try and get in if he can find himself a base hit. Blanchette's going to do everything in his power to avoid that. And this is and they're going to round third. Ryan Bitts will come home. The throw back home will be cut off by Caleb Blanchette. And the Stars, or the Chiefs, have tied the game at 2-2. Here in the top of the 7th. They got the run they needed. On a RBI single by Dylan Gerke that snuck by the shortstop, Caleb Christensen.
Left fielder, number 16, Troy Gearhart.
So now you got runners on first and second. We have a tie ball game here, and the Stars now are 1 out from going to the bottom of the 7th instead of 1 out from going to the state championship game. All thanks to the bat of Dylan Gerke. That one's fouled away for strike 1. Sure, Mandan fans were probably a little nervous up to that point. And now maybe those nerves have been calmed just a little bit. Last time these two teams played, it was a 1-run game. The way it looks here, it might be another one-run game. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Once again, it's Troy Gerhardt. He's 0 for 2, a fly out, a ground out, and a sacrifice bunt. One ball and 2 strikes. Blanchette delivers. 1-2, got him swinging. It's a drop third strike. He tags him out. We're tied 2-2 going to the bottom of the 7th. They leave 2 stranded on base.
And 2 men left on base.
And will we have another extra innings ball game, or will the Stars walk it off for back-to-back wins? Get the answer to that coming up here shortly on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Welcome back. Jace Burns. Instead of Colby Hansen, they're going to switch him out in the 6th spot and bring in Jace Burns. Gunnar Majerus and Malachi Wurremeyer will be the other 2 scheduled batters unless they make more changes. And it's strike 1. So it's the 6, 7, 8 portion of the Stars lineup here in the bottom of the 7th. And the 0-1 is up high for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jace Burns. And Jace Burns with a hard hit ground ball to short. Hudson Sheldon will fire it over, and there's 1 out. So a 6-3 ground out for Jace Burns, and that'll bring us to batter number 7 in the lineup.
Now batting number 17, Gunnar Majerus.
And it will be Gunnar Majerus, so no change here. 0 for 1, strikeout swinging and a walk for Gunnar Majerus. Stars need 1 run to win this game. Otherwise, we got bonus baseball once again here on back-to-back days at the state tournament. West Fargo and Dickinson will be our next game. That one is scheduled for 3 o'clock. This is a base hit out into left field, and the game-winning run is on first base here for the Stars. A 1-out single brings up Malachi Wurremeyer. It moves Ashton Renas into the on-deck circle here for the Stars. Wurremeyer 0 for 1, struck out swinging and a sacrifice bunt. And time is called as the Mandan coach is going to take a trot out to the mound and talk some strategy here with the Chiefs. We got a 1-out base runner, and a trip to the state championship game is on the line here for both of these teams. So both of these teams are going to do everything they can to make sure that they're in the best position to win this game. And right now, advantage slightly to the Stars with a runner on first and 1 out. That advantage becomes a little bit greater if Wurmeier can get to second with 1 out. We'll see if our analytics department has anything to say on that. Okay, well, the analytics department has spoken, so if you're not sure what they said, go ahead and check out the chat box. Malachi Wurmeier. Strike 1. Once again, 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in a sacrifice bunt. 1 out. Runner on is Gunnar Majerus on first base. Bogner still on the mound here for the Mandan Chiefs. So check him and swing, and that one's going out into right field. And it will drop foul. That'll make it an 0-2 count here for Wurmeier. Ashton Renas is the batter on deck here for the Stars. Matt Bryant would follow. And the 0-2. Missed it high for a ball, 1 and 2. Tried to clip that corner and get him looking. And now Bogner, if my counts are right, this will be his 100th pitch. And that'll be ball 2. So 100 pitches, 65 strikes, 35 balls. He has 5 pitches remaining. Wurmeier or Renas would likely be the last batter that Bogner will see. Two, and that is fouled away. Pitch 101 complete. 2-2. Once again, the limit is 105. Three balls and 2 strikes. Stonefit, to answer your question, if Mandan wins this game, they will go to the regional. If Mandan loses this game, then Mandan, West Fargo, or Dickinson would have to win their way into the championship game to decide who goes to the regional. 3-2. And that is a line drive shot. Can they throw back to first in time? Yes, they can. A double play, and we go to the 8th. We got more bonus baseball here at the state tournament.
There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors.
To the 8th inning we go after the break. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Welcome back. 2-2 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard as we go into extra innings for the 4th time here in the state tournament. And for Mandan, it's their 2nd extra inning game of the state tournament. For the Stars, it is also their second extra inning game of the state tournament. They went to 9 innings yesterday against West Fargo. And now we're in the 8th here, and Caleb Blanchette, I have him at 31. Let me double check the official pitch count here and see if that matches up.
Leading off drop by to the Chiefs. The left fielder, number 14, Peyton.
That information is currently unavailable, so we'll check it again here in a little bit. Peyton Copy, Gage Miller, Mason Oster are the 4, 5, 6 batters, the middle of the order here for Mandan in the top of the 8th. One ball and no strike to Peyton Copy. One for 3, single to left, since then strikeout swinging. And then on his last at bat, he was tagged out on a drop third strike. He got frustrated with the strikeout, slammed his bat into the dirt, and didn't realize there was a drop third strike and that he had an opportunity to go to first, and then he got tagged out there by Malachi Wiermeyer as a result. But I mean, I don't pin that on Peyton Copy. I probably would have been frustrated too in that moment in the game if I struck out. So probably would have done the exact same thing. 2-1. And this one is foul in the left field. 2-2. That one's fouled off. And this will be pitch 40 coming up for Caleb Blanchette, I think. Is it still number 5 on the mound? Thought I saw a different. No, it is. I can recognize his hair. It's still Caleb. Thought I saw number 6 there for a moment. Ground ball out towards Christensen. He'll pick it up, fire it over, and out. So a 6-3 ground out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Gage Miller.
And Gage Miller will come to the plate here for the Chiefs. 0 for 1, struck out swinging, a walk, and then an intentional walk. Moves Mason Oster into the on-deck circle here for Mandan. And there's strike 1 to Gage Miller. And that one is fouled off for strike number 2. 1 out. Blanchette, if he can sneak another strike by and get that second out, that would be a huge pitch there for the Stars. Here it comes. And a ground ball towards first. There'll be a direct ground out, and that will do the job as well. So 2 gone now here for Mandan. It's up to Mason Oster to keep things going for the Chiefs.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 2, Mason Oster.
Mason Oster is 1 for 3. He singled to left, then he would fly out to right, and then he reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Blanchette will deliver. And that'll miss for a ball. 1-0 here to Mason Oster. And there's strike 1. JP, you're right. I looked that up earlier, and I forgot to mention it in our pregame show. But Mandan is on an 11-game winning streak. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And we'll see if they can continue that winning streak or if the Stars will be able to snap it. This has been a great game up to this point, and nobody clearly an advantage for winning this game at the moment. At least it doesn't seem like that from what I've observed up to this point. If you have a different thought, by all means, go ahead and share that thought. Swing and a miss. There'll be a drop third strike, and they'll tag him out, and that will take care of the top of the 8th. So Stars get out of the top of the 8th and keep the score at 2-2. And they'll go to the bottom of the 8th and have another chance to walk it off here.
In the top of the 8th, there were no runs on, no hits, no errors, no man left on base.
Ashton Renas, Matt Bryant, Kane Mathiasen will be the batters we see. It's 9-1-2 for the Stars when we return after this.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
We go to the bottom of the 8th, and Mandan has a new pitcher on the mound. It's Mason Oster. For Aiden Bogner, 7 innings pitched, 26 batters faced, 35 balls, 67 strikes on 102 pitches. Allowed 1 run. 1 of those runs were earned. Struck out 4, 2 looking, 2 swinging. Allowed 5 hits and walked 1 batter. And he also hit 1 batter and had 1 wild pitch. So those are your end-of-book numbers there for Aiden Bogner. He'll be out of the game. Mason Oster comes into pitch, and to the best of my knowledge, as I look around the bases during the commercial break there, everybody else in their original positions for the Mandan Chiefs. So we'll see if I spot anything otherwise. But Greg, I love the Rednecks analytic. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that. All right, Ashton Renas is 1 for 2. A fly out to Peyton Copy in left field and a single to right field. 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Stars, 2 runs on 4 hits for Mandan. Both the Chiefs and Post 400 have an error each. Mandan has left 7 on base. The Stars have left 3 on base in this contest. And that one will miss. And it's 2 balls and no strikes now here to Ashton Renas. Once again, Matt Bryant's on deck. We'll see Kane Mathias in this inning as well. 2-0. And that one will go through the legs of Jensen Scholes, and it'll be 3 balls and no strikes. Pass ball, luckily for Mandan, nobody on base to take advantage of that. 3-0 to Ashton Renas. We'll see if Oster will cash in on the strike here. And he will not. He'll walk him on 4 pitches, and the winning run is on base once again here for the Stars in the top of the 8th, or in the bottom of the 8th, excuse me.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Matthew Bryant.
Matt Bryant, Kane Mathiasen will be, Matt Bryant's the batter now. On deck is Kane Mathiasen, and right behind him is Caleb Christensen. Caleb Christensen is the last Star to hit a home run. He hit it on this field back on July 1st. It was a 2-run homer, 325 feet to left field. And Caleb Christensen is 2 batters away here for the Stars if they can get that far into the lineup. But Matt Bryant and Kane Mathiasen have some lethal swings as well. So Matt Bryant's 0 for 2. He's going to bunt here down the first base line, and he will rush quickly to first, and he'll get out, and that moves Ashton Renas into scoring position here for the Stars on the sacrifice bunt by Matt Bryant.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Kane Mathiasen.
Kane Mathiasen's 2 for 3. He had a fly out to Peyton Copy in left field. Then he had a double to to right field, in which he got stranded on base that inning. And then he had an RBI double to left field that just went over the head of Peyton Coppy close to the wall, that ended up scoring a run, and at that point in the game, giving the Stars the 2-1 lead. And now time is called. And looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner here for Ashton Renas. And coming in to run is Ethan Dahl. So Ethan Dahl will take over the running responsibilities on second base here for the Stars. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Whoever you're cheering for, we wish your team the best of luck, and we hope up to this point in the broadcast you've enjoyed it. We hope that you enjoy it regardless of the final numbers on the scoreboard, but I think it's safe to say that equal enjoyment from both fan bases here in this one, and possibly enjoyment from other fan bases too. Once again, 2 runs on 4 hits for Mandan, 2 runs on 5 hits for Post 400. Chiefs left 7 on base, Stars left 3 on base. Kane Mathiasen with Ethan Dahl on second. And a nice block there by Jensen Scholes to keep Ethan Dahl on second base. And it's 1 ball, no strike here to Kane Mathiasen. Once again, 2 for 3 with a fly out to left, a double to right, and a double to left. Caleb Christensen is on deck. And the 1-0. Got it in there for a low knee-level strike. And it's 1-1. 1 out. So if no double plays happen, we'll see Caleb Christensen next. Unless Kane Mathiasen gets himself an RBI here, then we won't see Caleb Christensen next. The 1-1. And a ground ball towards short. Takes 1 hop. He'll throw it over to first for the second out. So a 6-3 ground out. And that'll bring up Caleb Christensen. He's the last person to hit a home run for the Stars. And it happened 1 month ago at this field. Can he snap the home run drought and snap the 11-game winning streak here for Mandan? We're about to find out if he can do one or both. Popped up, fouled away, and strike 1. Can Mandan get out of this inning? Two-out base runner in scoring position and an 0-1 count. And the delivery of the 0-1. And that one's fouled away for an 0-2 count. And Mason Oster is 1 strike away from sending this game to the 9th inning. Gus Pankratz would be on deck if needed. The 0-2 swung on, sent out into center field. A high fly ball. That one should be caught by Durkee, and it is. That'll strand the runner on base. We got more bonus baseball. We're going to the 9th. Stars have now left 4 stranded on base in this contest. And it remains 2-2 here after 8 complete at Artie Offit Stadium at the 2025 State AA Legion Baseball Tournament. Semi-final matchup. Winner goes to the state championship game, and we don't have a winner yet. Back in a moment.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Ty Weiler's the batter. And strike one. Gage Miller went to the bullpen here for Mandan, so we might see a pitching change here in the bottom half of the ninth. And that pitch is a little bit low, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Right now, I don't see anybody warming up for Fargo Post 400. Ty Weiler's 0 for 3. He's flied out to center twice and to the shortstop and shallow left once. In that order, too. 2 balls and a strike now here to Ty Weiler. And Weiler will foul that one back to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's sent out into center field. And it is caught there by Kane Mathiasen. So out number 1, and that brings up Jensen Scholes. Scholes and then Ryan Bitts would be next. It's the 8-9 batters here for Mandan in the top of the ninth. Strike 1. Analytics department has analyzed and given us a number that there are 2.2 billion blades of grass here at Ardeen Offit Stadium. 3-1 the count. That's why I love the analytics department, because that's stuff I would never try and research. 3-1. But it makes me tempted to research it now for all 10 fields. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. A little bit high, and he walks him. So a 1-out walk.
Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Ryan Bitts.
And Ryan Bitts is the batter now. Ryan Bitts 0 for 3, a fly out, and reached on a fielder's choice. It was it was a regular fielder's choice. I was going to say it was an inning-ending fielder's choice, but it wasn't. And the pitch is a little high and in for ball 1. And a nice block by Wiermeyer, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Blanchette needs to get some strikes on the board here. And just as I say that, Coach Fichtner's going to come to the mound and probably say something similar here to Blanchette and the Stars. So a little bit of a pause here. Once again, broadcast coverage of this game brought to you by Mandy's of FargoND.com, Frank's Lounge, FM Convention and Visitors Bureau, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill in Fargo, Sweet Shots in Fargo, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries in Fargo and Moorhead, TCI Insurance with offices in West Fargo, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Vic's Lounge. Certainly appreciate all the support for the Stars, Astros, and Comets this summer here on MSPN Digital Television. Back to action now. Ryan Bitts with a 2 balls, no strike count here after the conversation between Blanchette, Coach Fichtner, and the rest, and he will deliver a strike on the outside edge. And so far, so good on that conversation coming out of it, and 2-1 the count. 1 away. There's strike 2. So now the count's even. So 2 balls, a chit-chat from Coach, and 2 strikes. And we're at a 2-2 count. 2-2 fouled off, and he'll get another crack at the 2-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, and a 2-2 ball game. Blanchette sets, winds, delivers. Ooh, that was close. Ball 3. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him for out 2. And that'll bring up Hudson Sheldon as we return to the top of the order here for Mandan.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
This is a ground ball foul. So according to the other analytics department, it is a little over 2.2 billion. It's 2.2137 billion blades of grass here at Ardeen Offutt Stadium. Something tells me it's more than that. I'm thinking like 22 billion. There's the 0-1. And outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hudson Sheldon 1 for 3, had a fly out to right, a fly out to center, and a single to left. And now the throw up to second is, oh, that was a nice grab by Caleb Christensen, and he nearly tagged him out on the swinging arm down there. But Jensen Scholes successfully steals second base, and the pitch came across for ball 2. Two away, 2-1. A big at-bat here for Hudson Sheldon. He'll foul it away to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now we're at the 2-2 count. It becomes a big pitch here for Caleb Blanchette. Can Blanchette get another K and end the top of the 9th on pitch 71? No, ball 3. Might have to go to pitch 72. This is huge. He wants to get the, either the strikeout or a ground out fly out versus putting 2 runners on with 2 outs and then starting fresh with a new batter. This is the moment where Blanchette needs to deliver a strike for his team. And he'll deliver a strike, but not the kind that they were thinking for, that I was thinking of. Strike, ball, fouled away, ball, fouled away. Payoff. Foul down the first base line. Just snuck on the other side of the bag on the front side of it. So another payoff pitch coming up here. Dylan Gerke is the batter on deck. If Sheldon can find a way to reach base. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that will strand the runner on base, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Stars won it in the bottom of the 9th against West Fargo. Can they do it again here against Mandan? We're about to find out, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th right after this. Stay tuned.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
It's an intense game here on a sunny afternoon at Ardeen Offit Stadium here at the 2025 State AA North Dakota Legion Baseball Tournament semifinal. The winner goes to the championship game. If that winner is Mandan, they also punch their ticket to the Central Plains Regional. If that winner is Fargo Post 400, then Mandan will have to play the winner of West Fargo and Dickinson for a chance to get not only to the state championship game, but also get a trip to Fargo at Starion Bank Field for the Central Plains Regional. A lot on the line in this game here. Gus Pankratz, Gus Wermeyer, Jace Burns. Middle of the order, 4-5-6. Fouled off, strike one. Pankratz 1 for 3. He would single to left, strike out looking, and then pop out to the first baseman. The 0-1, and that one's going up high, but will there be a playable ball? No, there will not. Strike 2. 2 runs on 4 hits for Mandan, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Stars. Both teams have committed error. Mandan's left 8 on base, Fargo's left 4 on base. That one's fouled away as well. 3 pitches, and he's fouled all 3 of them away. Stay tight at an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout here from Mason Oster. Once again, Gage Miller was warming up in the bullpen, but he's not warming up in the bullpen right now, so I'm not sure exactly what the plan is there, but Gage Miller currently playing first base for Mandan. But like I said, he was warming up in the top of the 9th in the bullpen for Mandan. So I would presume he might be the next pitcher if they need to make a pitching change. Right now, things look good for Mason Oster, at least in my humble opinion. Gus Wermeyer's 0 for 3 with a fly out, ground out, and a fly out. He's down in the count 0-1, and now even in the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, no runners on. Jace Burns is the batter on deck here for the Stars. And the 1-1 delivery from Oster, and that one's sent to right field, and it's pushed foul. Had it stayed fair, it would have been a state championship home run for the Stars. That thing is still in the air as we speak. He really hammered that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just missed on the corner, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. Mandan scored 2 runs in the top of the 10th against Dickinson and was able to hang on and win that game. Can they push this game to the 10th? We'll find out. 2-2, 1 away. Outside, full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strike, ball, fouled away, ball, fouled away, ball. Payoff pitch. And a ground ball that will sneak into right field. Gus Wiermeyer will get a base hit single. And the Stars have a runner on base. Jace Burns is the batter now. 1 out.
The designated hitter, number 13, Jace Burns.
Jace Burns 0 for 1, grounded out on a 6-3 to the shortstop. Oster taking a long look at Wiermeyer on first, and he'll deliver. Outside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery, and that one's sent up high to left field and pushed foul. 1-1. Gunnar Majerus is on deck. Burns and Majerus represent the 6 and 7 batters in the lineup here for the Stars. 1-1, a look at Wiermeyer from Oster, and now Oster will peek again and set and deliver. And this one's going high left field. Peyton Coppy's running after it, but he will not get there. Fouled away for strike 2. A big pitch here for Mason Oster. Can he get that second out on a strikeout, or possibly a ground out, or maybe even a double play ground out? Or will Jace Burns get a base hit? Here's the 1-2. That was a little high and a almost not check swing there by Jace Burns. Officially, the bat would have to cross the line down to first base for it to be a full swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and that's why they appeal to that first base umpire sometimes when a batter checks his swing. So the first base umpire has a good look down that line. Payoff pitch. Wiermeyer on first. Strike out. He swung and missed. It was more of a check swing strikeout, but it's a strikeout nonetheless, and that puts out number 2 on the board.
The left fielder, number 17, Gunnar Majerus.
So Mason Oster gets the job done on Jace Burns, and now it's up to Gunnar Majerus. Do the Stars have more 2-out magic in them? 1 for 2, strikeout swinging, a walk and a single to left. And the pitch. And this one is going to center field. And we are going to the 10th inning of play. Dylan Gerke, makes the catch. And we have inning number 10 coming up here on MSPN in the 2025 State Legion AA semifinal. Back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. So when you hit the 10th inning or later, you put a runner on second base to start the inning off. This is Dylan Gerke. I need to get my binoculars out or have him turn so I can see who the runner on second is. And that is a strike, or a ball, excuse me. It's number 5. And that is... So the runner on second is Hudson Sheldon. And 2 balls and no strikes here to Dylan Gerke. And that one will hit for a strike, 2-1. Blanchette now at 77 pitches unofficially. Two and 2. So Blanchette battles back from a 2-0 count to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Although the scoreboard shows 3-1, I think it's 2-2. I guess we'll find out here. And it was 3-1, so that'll walk him, I guess. And I'll bring Troy Gerhardt to the plate. So Dylan Gerke on first, Hudson Sheldon on second. Troy Gerhardt, the batter, 0 for 3. The fly out, ground out, sack bunt, and a strikeout looking. Mandan scored 2 in the top of the 10th against Dickinson. We'll see if they can do the same here. And they're going to do a bunt, and they'll throw to third. They got him out at third. They got the lead runner out. They got Hudson Sheldon out. Troy Gerhardt will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 14, Peyton Coffey.
And now Peyton Coppy, the batter, with 1 away. And right back, they'll go to third again, and safe at third. And he's safe again at third. Stars trying to argue a case there of him being out at third, but he's safe. And now Coach Bryant's going to come out and have an additional chat here with the umpire. I think what the potential argument is here is it was a force-out situation at third, and he touched the base before he got there. I believe that's what the argument is. Now, whether or not that is actually what happened, I can't say for sure. And now, after Don Bryant talks to the third base umpire, the other 3 umpires are going to come in and talk this over and make a decision. And he will be safe at third. That'll be the final decision. So I'll go into the books as an error.
Now batting number 10, Gage Miller.
And the bases are loaded here for Mandan. A big opportunity with one out. Missed on the outside, ball one. Gage Miller is the batter. 0 for 2, struck out swinging, walk, an intentional walk, and a ground out so far here in 9 innings of play. And now his appearance, his 5th appearance in the 10th inning. So he's averaging an appearance every 2 innings at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike as that one's fouled away. 1 out. It is vitally important here for the Stars to get that second out, preferably via strikeout. Or a fly out to center field. And now a quick throw back home. And the throw is going to be off the mark, and Mandan takes a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 10th. So it'll be a sacrifice fly to center field, scoring Dylan Gerke off the bat of Gage Miller.
Now batting number 2.
Gerhardt advances to third, so now runners on the corners here with 2 outs, and Mason Oster is the batter. So the Chiefs have a 3-2 lead now. The Stars will get a chance to bat and still tie or walk off, but the pressure's on. Fargo post 400 now. 1 ball and no strike here to Mason Oster. 1 for 4 with a single, a fly out, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout swinging. And that'll be strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here to Mason Oster. Can Mandan pull off yet another fantastic finish here? They have battled probably the best teams in the tournament to reach this point. And the Stars are no different. They are definitely one of the better teams in this tournament, if not the best, or in the top 2 or 3. You could make a valid argument for Mandan being one of the best teams in this tournament. And that'll be strike 3, and that'll strike them out. They will strand 3 on base, or they'll strand 2 on base, excuse me. But they will get 1 across the plate and take a 3-2 lead. And now it's up to the Stars. They got to score at least 1. Otherwise, the Chiefs are going to the state championship and the Central Plains Regional Tournament unless the Stars score 1. We'll see what happens when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. I need to make a correction on something I said going into the commercial break. If Mandan wins this game, they will not punch their ticket to the state tournament because they would have to win the state championship game to do that. So all they'll punch their ticket to is the state championship game if they can hold on and win this, because if Mandan wins and Fargo Post 400 loses, then should Fargo post 400 win the next game and get back into the state championship, then via post 400, that would punch Mandan's ticket to the Central Plains Regional. So just a little correction there on my error in thought.
Getting off the bottom of the 10, pick after number 8, Malachi Wermeyer.
It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters, which is exactly the number of batters they started in the bottom of the 8th. Stars need 1 run, and they will start a runner on second. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Malachi Wermeyer is the batter. I believe it's Gunnar Majerus on second. Yes, I think it's Gunnar Majerus on second. And it'll show bunt. Bunt down the third base line, and it will roll foul. And that'll be a strike. Nice call there by Ryan Bitts, the third baseman, to let that one roll foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike now here. Means we have a new first baseman here for Mandan too, since the one thing I forgot to mention coming back from the break is Gage Miller took over from Mason Oster. And if I remember the numbers right, I think Mason Oster had 23 or 29 pitches. They'll show bunt again. That'll be bunted foul, and that'll go to a 2-strike count, and now there will be no bunt. The new first baseman, now they get a good look at his jersey number, is Marcus Birdhorse. So he'll come into the game to play first base for the first time here in the bottom of the 10th. Gunnar Majerus is the leadoff runner on second via the 10-run and beyond rule there, where you start the runner on second. And there'll be a strike. Out. Strike out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Ethan Dahl.
And now Ethan Dahl will take the place of Ashton Renus in the 9 spot. Number 9 taking over the 9th spot in the batting lineup here. 1 away. And there's a strike. Nice pitch there by Gage Miller. It would be the first time since MSPN covered the state tournament that a low-seeded team would win their way to the state title. Fargo Post 400 almost did that in 2021 as the 7th seed, but they did lose to Bismarck and had to come back to the state championship game through that game 16 route. But if Mandan can win, that would be a remarkable run. This is a ground ball that looks like it's going to go into right field, and they will hold the runner at third. Gunnar Majerus will be held at third. Maybe if he wouldn't have hesitated, maybe he could have scored. But it'll be a base hit. And now the tying run is on third. The winning run is on first.
Baseman, number 1, Matthew Bryant.
Matt Bryant, 0 for 3. A line drive out to the first baseman, a hit by a pitch, a line drive out to the second baseman that resulted in a double play, and then a ground out to the pitcher on a sac bunt last time he was at the plate. So this is interesting here. 1 out, runner on third. A base hit ties the game, and now time is called. Gunnar Majerus on third, Ethan Dahl on first. Matt Bryant the batter. Fouled away, 0-1. They're looking for the squeeze, and it's fouled away. Fouled away for 2 strikes. Jensen Scholes will step ahead of front home plate and give some signals to his teammates to communicate a plan here. And that will miss for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that'll be a ball 2. Just a little bit high, according to home plate umpire Reggie Jackson. Two runners on the corners, 1 out. Low ball and a block by Jensen Scholes, and it's a full count at 3-2, and a payoff pitch coming up here to Matt Bryant from Gage Miller. A big moment in the game here. Gage Miller with the payoff pitch. He walks him, and the bases are loaded here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Kane Mathiasen comes to the plate with the bases loaded and a visit to the mound here for the Mandan Chiefs. A base hit could potentially win the game here for the Stars. A base hit will definitely tie it. Depending on where that base hit goes, it could potentially win the game. 1 out, bases loaded, and this is an opportunity now that the Stars have to cash in on. Because if Mandan's able to escape this scenario here, that's going to give them a lot of momentum going into the 11th inning. At least I would think it would. Our next game is between West Fargo and Dickinson, scheduled to start in 25 minutes. I have a feeling that one's going to be delayed a little bit. In case you were tuning in looking for that broadcast, it might be a while. All right, Kane Mathiasen is 2 for 4. Fly out, double, and a ground out. And this one, will it drop or will it? It will drop for a base hit. And the throw home will be not in time, and we have a tie ball game. It's an RBI single, bases loaded, 1 out, and the score is 3-3. I wasn't sure if that was going to drop for a base hit or not, to be 100% honest with you.
Caleb Christensen.
And now Caleb Christensen, the last Star to hit a home run, and it happened 1 month ago today in this ballpark. And they will try the squeeze again, and that one's fouled off. For strike 1. And now that the Stars have shown their cards, Mandan will be a little bit prepared for this here. Outside for a ball. 2-1. Or is it 1-1? It's 1-1. My apologies. One pitch, fouled away, 1-2. Well, the Stars survive the run scored by Mandan. Can Mandan survive a 1-out, bases loaded scenario here? If Gage Miller can get strike 3 and put out 2 on the board, that'd be certainly helpful to Mandan's cause. 1-2. Into right field. Can that drop or will it stay fair? No, it goes foul. It goes foul. We'll stay at 1-2. And right up the middle, it's a diamond cutter, and Matt Bryant will come in and score. Check that, Ethan Dahl will come in and score. And the Fargo Post 400 Stars win the game 4-3, walk-off in the bottom of the 10th, and they will punch their ticket to the state championship game. Mandan will play the winner of the West Fargo and Dickinson game, which is a scheduled start of 3 o'clock, but it's probably going to be closer to 3:30, just an FYI. And that will do it. 4-3, your final score. Walk-off in the bottom of the 10th on a diamond cutter up the middle. Ethan Dahl steps on the plate for the winning run. And what a ball game we had today. That was something else. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Even if you're a Chiefs fan, I know it didn't go your way, but on the bright side, you got another game to play and get into that state championship game, and best of luck in your next game here against either West Fargo or Dickinson. Speaking of West Fargo or Dickinson, they're up next. Scheduled 3 o'clock, probably closer to 3:30. We'll break. We'll go off air because we need to make room for another broadcaster for that Dickinson game, and then we'll be on for the West Fargo Dickinson game as well here ASAP. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your final score one more time. In the bottom of the 10th, the Stars walk off the Mandan Chiefs 4-3. 4 runs on 7 hits on 1 committed error and 4 left on base for the Chiefs. 3 runs on 2 hits on, they also had an error, and 11 left on base. What a ball game here between the Chiefs and the Stars, and congratulations to both of these teams. And it'll come. The Stars will play either the Chiefs, the Rough Riders, or the Patriots in the state championship game, and the Stars will have to be beaten twice by which one of those 3 teams may make it to play the Stars. All right, that'll do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. West Fargo and Dickinson coming up as soon as possible here on MSPN Digital Television.
Proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.